Hello, my name is Dane DiFebo and I'm the museum educator of the National Civil War Museum in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I bring to you this National Civil War Museum snapshot for the month of September, which is sponsored by UPMC Central Pennsylvania and the UPMC Health Plan. Civil War historians mostly equate the fall of 1862 with the Confederate invasions of Maryland and Kentucky and the costly battles of South Mountain and Antietam in Maryland and Perryville in Kentucky. These battles decided the fate of the invasions of loyal border states. Photographs like this one by Alexander Gardner depict the aftermath of the bloodiest day in American history, the Battle of Antietam, which was fought on September 17, 1862, outside of Sharpsburg, Maryland. The casualties left strewn on the battlefield are shown in this photograph. The damaged bodies depicted may only be a few of many of the casualties on the battlefield, but to a desensitized audience, these images of casualties are exactly what they are, images of unknown soldiers. To the soldiers in the ranks of both armies, Civil War casualties were much more. They were comrades, friends, family, and neighbors. Kindness and duty permitted officers and soldiers alike to report on the casualties of their units so that families at home could receive closure. Often officers would take the duty of reporting on casualties to heart to assess their unit's effectiveness and strength in upcoming fights. During the war, these casualty reports were passed up the chain of command. And today, many of them are printed in the volumes of the official records of the War of the Rebellion. Occasionally, private soldiers took up the pen to report on casualties to the folks at home. This one-of-a-kind letter was written by a soldier named William to his friend Silas, and it lists a number of and description of the casualties received by the members of Company I of the 30th Ohio Volunteer Infantry Regiment in the Maryland battles of South Mountain, which was fought on September 14, 1862, and Antietam, fought on September 17, 1862. At South Mountain, the 30th was involved in the morning and afternoon fights for Fox's Gap. At Antietam, the regiment forded the Antietam Creek and fought in the 40-acre cornfield and along Otto's Lane. Based on the names and conditions of enlistment on the rolls of Company I, the 30th of the 30th Ohio, it can be determined that William, who wrote the letter, could be one of 6 possible soldiers who served in that company. Though he signed the letter with just his first name, William took the time to write the first and last names of the soldiers of his company that were killed and wounded and describe the nature of their wounds. He also claimed that the regiment lost 35 men killed and about 90 men wounded between the two battles, and that of that number, 17 were killed and 60 were wounded in the Battle of South Mountain alone. Of the 9 casualties named by William, 4 are buried in the Antietam National Cemetery in marked and numbered graves. One private, a John Zurcher, was discharged 2 months after South Mountain on account of disability, only to re-enlist in the same regiment and same company in May of 1864. 2 other soldiers from Company I were discharged on account of disability from the South Mountain battle or from Antietam wounds, and they died of these wounds. Another 19-year-old soldier, a Private Ellison Cahill, overcame his wound to the arm and served with the regiment until August of 1865. Letters such as this one are certainly treasures for the modern day researcher trying to determine the fate of Civil War soldiers who had left behind scant records of their service. Thank you for listening to this National Civil War Museum snapshot on the casualties suffered by Company I of the 30th Ohio Regiment in Maryland 159 years ago. Please subscribe to the museum's YouTube channel where you may view other videos like this, and please be sure to like those videos there. Thank you.